Hello, and thank you for watching. This is Dominator here with another LEGO Transformers mock showcase. This time, I do not have new models, but rather old models that I have run modifications on. Because oftentimes, I do usually upgrade older models when I'm not sure what to do for a new project, but oftentimes the upgrades are subtle enough for me to not feel the need to show them off in a video. But since I don't exactly have any other finished product projects on the table right now, I'm just going to be showing off these three because they are the most drastic upgrades. So I'm going to show them off in order of appearance. So we'll start with G1 Megatron. So here is Megatron in his Walther P38 mode. And this looks similar to how it used to, but it has a much cleaner design. Like, there's less robot mode kibble here. This fits together much more compactly. I made the back side of the robot mode look like his chest, so that way both sides of the gun mode are symmetrical. The trigger guard can no longer fit someone's finger in there, but that doesn't really matter to me because this thing isn't really scaled for someone to hold anyway. The gun accessories still remove and combine, just like they did on my previous model, which creates a nice little battle stand, which looks nice when other Decepticons use it. And I added a fold-away control panel, so it will stay hidden in the stock mode, but then it can fold out, and then Decepticons can use it. And, well, as I said in the original Megatron video, this looks dumb, but I love it because it just reminds me of an old Star Wars Kenner toy. So, yeah, that's enough of that. I will show you how Megatron transforms. So here is Megatron in his robot mode, and I absolutely love the way this turned out. It looks very clean, cartoon accurate. I like that I was able to clean up the back kibble this time, and I even added this this spine detail, which was the trigger guard in the gun mode. That actually is accurate to the G1 model because on the original G1 toy, the arms and the head were both connected by this spine thing here. So I thought that was cool to include. It also covers up the Decepticon badge for the gun mode, which works nicely. Speaking of the G1 toy, is a fun little Easter egg this time around. Have the gun able to be swiveled underneath his arm there. He actually did do that a couple times in the cartoon. I don't really consider that an important detail of the character, but it's just fun that I can do that. I left off the tank mode this time because it's just kind of a nothing mode that I threw together last minute, so thought it didn't really matter. I added much more detail on his chest here, which is nice because it gives him much more color breakup. And there's a fun little reference to Beast Wars. You can open up his chest here, and I included his spark there, which I thought was fun. So you can recreate when Megatron gets his spark stolen. And then, obviously, he's not complete right now because he needs the fusion cannon to complete his look. And, yeah, he does have a lot of trouble moving his arm because of this this barrel back here. But fortunately, because of the way he transforms, he has that little hinge plate there, which allows the arm to move forward, and then he can aim his cannon. So that works nicely for posability. I think that's pretty much it for G1 Megatron here, so I'll move on to Rodimus Prime. I know I said I was going to do them in order of appearance, but I wanted to save the best for last, so yeah. This looks a lot better than my previous model. The cab here does not jut out as much, and the trailer is just much better, or shaped much better than my previous model. Yeah, so just like my previous model, you can detach the trailer, and then with some minor, very minor transformation, you can get him into Hot Rod's alt mode. If everything will just cooperate here. And there we go. Hot Rod has my favorite alt mode of any Transformer, so it was very important for me to capture that well. And this is easily the most drastic change in this video, because I basically rebuilt Hot Rod from the ground up. And I think it works out very well. It's much more easier to transform than my previous model, which I basically had to handle like it was made of glass, and like my fingers were tweezers trying to pull everything into place, which is why I do the stop motion transformations, so you don't have to see details like that. But yeah, just trust me, that thing was not fun to transform. But yeah, just to prove that this is much easier to transform, I will actually do this one live. So fold his arms down, rotate them, and then fun little idea I had here was, since a lot of times glass is depicted as being black on most cars with tinted windows, I turned the feet into his windshield there. And there we go. There's Rodimus Prime. And he looks great. I didn't have to use faux forming. I actually got the exhaust pipes on his wrists here, using these shotgun pieces. And just like my previous model, he has the matrix. And you can open up his trailer, bring out his rifle, and get the battle stand, which, once again, looks dumb, but I love it because it just reminds me of a Kenner Star Wars toy, and it's very nostalgic to me. So that's it for old Rodimus here. Now for the one that most of you probably came to see, Beast Wars Megatron. Yes, gives me a nice excuse to do my David K voice. I got rid of all the scaling, pretty much, and just made him a nice clean purple. And this looks infinitely better than my other model just because of that. I also made him less hunchbacked, which you can adjust even more with this articulation here. And get him standing up more proper, which works very well for a sophisticated dinosaur like himself, yes. Head can move, his legs have all the rotation and movement you'd want. The arms have decent amount of range, no side to side though. And the tail does not have a hand attached to it anymore, which is a big step above my other model. You can obviously see a lot of kibble there, but that's not bad. I also ditched the tan panel that was on his neck, which does let robot mode kibble show through, but it makes the robot mode look a lot better, so I just decided to leave it off this time around. So, without further ado, Megatron Terrorize. And here Megatron is in his amazing looking Predacon robot mode. I forgot to mention this, I also gave him actual feet instead of the weird blocks that I had on my previous model. And yeah, Megatron looks great here. Infinite improvement over my previous model, in my opinion. I did give him that ridiculous tail claw that I'm not exactly a fan of, but it made his beast mode look a lot cleaner, so I decided to include it, in spite of how ludicrous it is. You can kind of remove it just by taking off that piece there and then detaching this, and then he kind of has a normal hand, but doesn't quite look right with the rest of him. So I suppose you really would just need to build separate arm pieces if you wanted him to have hands. I also gave him his high heels, which makes him yet even taller than he used to be. For a little size comparison, here he is with G1 Megatron from earlier. And that is obviously very inaccurate for how big they should be in universe, but that doesn't matter to me because they both look like great models. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for my upgraded models here. I think I might start doing these every now and then, just because I do tend to update older models quite a bit. So I appreciate you watching this, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. God bless.